pleasant day, everyone. This is Ryan, and today I am going to provide to you a brief explanation regarding our fourth project called Simple Distance Detector. So let us begin. For our first one, we have this constants that we are going to define, and in here we have the trig pin, echo pin, red LED, yellow LED, and green LED, and this will be defined as the pins that will be connected to the ultrasonic sensor. For the ultrasonic sensor, we only have this trig pin and echo pin. On the other hand, we have these three LEDs that are respectively named by their color. So next one will be the non-constants. First will be the long duration, and this will be a long variable that will be used to store the duration of the sound waves travel time. Meanwhile, this int distance is an integer variable, of course, that will be used to store the calculated distance based on duration. Proceeding for our void setup, of course, we will be starting with serial that begin 9600. So this will be initializing a serial communication at a baud rate of 9600 because 9600 is the default baud rate for communicating with serial monitor. Okay, for setting our pin modes in here, as we can see, only the echo pin will be the input and the rest of it, the trig pin, red, yellow, and green LEDs will be output. Next one will be our void loop function. For a void loop function, in here we have this, of course, this common function in Arduino, which is the digital write trig pin low, and this will be clearing the trigger pin. Next one will be the delay microseconds 2, and it will be a short delay before we proceed on setting the trigger pin to high, which is this one. Next one, of course, we are going to hold the high for about only like 0.1 second. That will be enough. Then, of course, we will be setting it to low to reset the process. Okay, so let us start for our travel time by giving these formulas. So first, we have the duration equals pulse in echo pin high. So this will be measuring the duration for the sound wave to bounce back. As we can see here, we have this term pulse in, from which it will be the one who would measure the duration of a pulse on the echo pin. Meanwhile, we also have this formula called distance is equal to duration times 0.034 divided by 2. So this will be calculating the distance based on the duration. And we have here the 0.034, and it was the speed of sound. And a certain speed of sound is about 0.034 centimeters per microsecond. Also, the distance traveled is half the total distance because it's a round trip from the sensor to a certain object. So that's why we have put it 2 because it's a round trip. So of course this method is for um, only visible to our serial monitor. Next one would be the LEDs. Of course, before opening it, we should the state would be low or turned off before a certain object, that is being detected. Of course, it will be detecting, and once the sensor will be detecting any object, of course, the LEDs will be turning on. And here we have these if else statements for our LEDs, from which the red LED here The red LED would be the most close distance from the sensor. So we will only have the value of less than or equal to 20 centimeters. Meanwhile, the distance for our yellow LED would be a medium distance with a distance of greater than 20 centimeters and a distance also of less than or equal to 50 centimeters. And the last one would be the green LED, from which it will be the longer distance, the longest one. So it will be greater than 50 centimeters. And of course, we had this delay 1000. So we'll be adding a delay of a second before the next reading to avoid frequent readings. So that's all for this project, and thank you.